Should we try and crank her up? Well, she wants to go. Okay, so it's finally time to go and pick up my first project bike for this channel. If you do look in my previous videos, you will see there is videos on this bike, but this wasn't a project bike. I just wanted to make my daily look nice. So first things first is we need to get this bike off the lift, and then we're going to go get the trailer and go and pick up our new project. Who's excited? I am. I'm excited. Yes, let's go.
Stop looking at us!
Alright, so here she is. This is a Hyosung GT250R, and I got it for $200. There's actually a pretty crazy interaction with the seller. Hi, is a Hyosung still available, and do you know why it isn't running?
Hi, no, I don't. It would often break down on me, but it hasn't been ridden in a few years, so I know that it's not running, and it wasn't running when I put it in storage.
Oh, okay. What are you chasing for it?
Honestly, I just want it gone. You tell me what you're happy to pay for it.
To be honest, mate, I'm at $200.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Great. Could I pick up Thursday Arvo? Yeah, I messaged the person, and honestly, I was expecting them to come back with like $500, and I was actually going to talk myself out of buying the bike. But being as they just agreed to the 200, I kind of like accidentally bought the bike. I mean, I'm stoked. There's not really much wrong with it, but let's change over to my phone so I can take you around the bike, and let's have a look at what needs to be fixed on the bike. Right, so hopefully the audio is not too bad on here. I've never actually recorded with this phone before, but essentially there's not too much wrong with the bike. So let's flip the camera around and we'll have a few things that I've noticed. One thing I knew before I was buying the bike is that this handlebar, I was told the lever's broken, but it's actually the whole handlebar has snapped off, so I need to get a new one of those. And I was told it has a small oil leak, so I need to try and work out where that is. Other than that, the bike's pretty good. It needs a new indicator here because it got dropped. So essentially what happened was the bike was stored at the seller's dad's house. He tried to move the bike and it was just a bit too heavy for him, and he dropped it onto one side. So that broke this handle and this indicator here. So other than that, there's not really much damage. I mean, there's dents here and there. There's a dent in the exhaust, which sucks because this is actually quite an expensive aftermarket exhaust. It's little things here and there. Panels are loose. I don't know if you can see that, but that moves quite a bit. That one's not too bad. And then on the other side, some bolts are just really, really loose. Like this one here isn't even attached. So a few little bits and pieces that need to be fixed up. I did actually just notice that there is a crack in the fairing here. Hopefully we can fix that, because I've actually looked up and fairings are pretty expensive for this bike. And I will clean up the headlight and everything as well, but like it's pretty good. Bit of scuff marks here and there, but I'm probably going to end up wrapping or painting the bike anyway. And the tank is also going to get wrapped or painted. And then, you know, all the metal and everything's just a bit pitted. And unfortunately, these brakes don't look too good, but we'll see how they go. Getting it off the trailer, the front brakes worked brilliant. It was really good, so hopefully the back one's not too bad either, and it just needs a bit of a clean up and maybe a paint or something. And then the whole bike's just dirty. There's not that much to clean all that up. So yeah, let's let's see if we can get this thing started. I was told by the seller that it doesn't run at all, but I have a feeling that it's just been sitting for a long time and I should hopefully be able to get it started. All right, so first things first is we need to put a tender on the battery, see if I can get it to charge up. I have a feeling the bike's been sitting for 3 years, so I have a feeling that the battery is going to be completely dead. But let's get the tender on, see if we can get it to start charging, and if not, I'll probably end up taking the battery out of my cruiser here just to see if I can get the bike running, and then at least then I know that I just need to get a new battery. So let's get into that and then see if we can start it. Alright, so unfortunately we're showing error. Hopefully the camera can pick that up. The sun's making it a bit hard, but showing error. So essentially this battery is completely kaput. So let's get the battery out of the cruiser and see if we can get power to the bike. Little hack in case you don't know, but with motorbike batteries, so because it uses a bolt and there's a little nut in underneath here, what I like to do when I get new batteries is put a piece of tape on each side so that when you take the battery in and out, the little nut can't fall out. That's interesting. So this wire is all melted and frayed. Have to try and work out why that's happened. Alright, so we've changed over the battery here. Let's see if we can get power, hopefully. If we turn this key. Oh! That's a good sign. Alright, so we've got power. She's in neutral, so the neutral light works. Does the horn work? Horn works. High beams work. Blinkers. Blinkers work. Alright. Should we try and crank her up? What do you think? Yeah? Alright. Kill switch off. Let's see. Oh, she wants to go. Hopefully you can hear me over my neighbor mowing the lawn, but I'm back from the shop and I got the new handlebar. So essentially, new handlebar, $20. All in all, I'm into this bike for $220 and it's going to be running and riding, hopefully. But yeah, let's get this put on, get these controls changed over and see how we go. Alright, new handlebar is on. Everything's torqued down, all the bolts that I took off and everything, I've torqued them all back to spec. Next thing we need to do is just get the hardware off here and put it onto the handlebar. So let's get that done and maybe go for a ride. Well, got her off the lift. Ready to go for a quick first ride just around the block, see how she goes. But let me put on some gear and we'll quickly go for a quick little ride. All right. So, first ride is done. I had pretty much next to no rear brakes, which is a little bit concerning. I had a quick look and the pedal just it doesn't want to budge, so I'll have a quick look into that a bit later on. Now that I've got the bike down and I've ridden it and stuff, I can tell that it's definitely not running perfect, but it's not that bad. It just I reckon a service, carby clean, a few other little bits and pieces, new spark plugs, which is part of the service to me. And I think it'll actually be a pretty good running bike. So I don't know what the issues are that the previous owner had. She said that it broke down on her a lot. I didn't really feel any like resistance or that it was going to stall out or anything. So I don't know. Hopefully I've just gotten lucky, or maybe there was more of an issue when it gets hot or something, because I only just took it around the block and didn't take it real far. So I don't know. But I'm stoked. I am frigging stoked. $200 and I have a running motorbike. It's pretty dope. Um, I don't know how often I'm going to be putting out videos because I'm working at sort of whenever I have time sort of pace and money to buy different things to fix up the bike and all that sort of stuff. But if you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the rest of the build series. And I am so excited to see where this bike goes. I have a vision in my mind of what I want it to look like when it's finished. I've got an accent color picked out, and yeah, this is what I want to do. This is my goal. Is I want to buy cheap bikes and do them up, and eventually, when I get enough of a following on here, I want to get you guys into it as well, and have votes on what to paint the bike and what we should do with each bike and all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot more Wrecked Bike rebuilds to come, but this is number one, and I'm excited. You should be too, and I'll see you next time.